in LA. It'll be televised on Prime Video. NFL has announced their Week 17 schedule Saturday slate. The doubleheader on December 27th. First up, 3:30, Texans-Chargers on the NFL Network, followed at 7 by Ravens-Packers on Peacock. Both those games will be on San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That goal is history! A walk-off home run!
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge.
What's up, Welcome into Extra Innings with Pledger here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I am James Pledger. Appreciate y'all joining me, however y'all may be joining me, whether that's on 94.1 on your FM dial. If you happen to be locked in, listening live at sasportstar.com via our AA Best Bail Bonds audio player, or if you're watching our show on YouTube, we appreciate all y'all that do. We stream all of our shows on YouTube, Morning Huddle, The Blitz, and right here on Extra Innings with Pledger. Just go to YouTube, search at SA Sports Star. Go ahead and drop a thumbs up, give it a like. You can comment along with the show as it happens. A bunch of people already in the bullpen. Coyote, Jacob, Sam, Fred Records, Antonio Guerrera. See y'all all already in there. And, of course, go ahead and subscribe while you're at it. Set the notifications so you know when we go live. Lots going on today. Sharon Moore out at Michigan. Inappropriate relations with a staffer. Kalen DeBoer's name quickly surfacing as a potential candidate for that job as they get set to take on OU at OU coming up next weekend in the first round of the college football playoffs. But so much to get into, but it is an NBA Cup quarterfinal game. The Spurs taking on the Lakers tonight. No Victor Wembanyama. We'll get into his potential return coming up a little bit later as Jeff McDonald joined the Blitz a little bit earlier today. I'll bring you a portion of that. But earlier this morning on the Morning Huddle, they were talking about tonight's game, including some of those atrocious third quarters and how they've got to break that habit.
Last night, the appetizer, the Eastern Conference Emirates Cup game. Tonight,
what was the appetizer? What was our appetizer last night?
Orlando, Miami.
I guess that would.
And the Knicks, Raptors.
And what? No, honestly, I guess I could look. What do we got here? Orlando won. The Knicks won. And the Knicks
and both covered, as we predicted here.
So
on the
they
show.
progressed in the Emirates Cup. So that they're headed toward these semis.
They're headed to Las Vegas.
Oh, they're headed to
Viva Las
So do they
Vegas!
play? Are they going to play each other?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it is still conference based.
Oh yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
Oh yes. And the Spurs tonight are the main event of the. Well, first there's the another little middle course. It's like a heavy hors d'oeuvre, not an appetizer. It's not a salad.
Something on a toothpick.
Yeah, it's meat though.
Yeah, something on a toothpick, but not a full meat.
That's Oklahoma City and Phoenix, and then
I'm not that excited about that.
Then they slap the big steak on your plate. The Lakers and the Spurs.
Well, I'm going to take a nap tonight.
One of these two teams will be in the Final Four
it's really
of the Emirates Cup.
Wemby's not playing.
Okay, well, don't start with the
I'm just
downside.
saying, at least they told us ahead of time. At least, honestly, at least it wasn't a game time decision where we saw him warm up and then sit and watch.
True.
So at least they told us. And they're 8-3 without him. It's not like they can't. And they probably should have already beaten the Lakers once. Not probably. They should have beaten the Lakers already once. So this is one of those signpost measuring stick games, but they get to do it with a safety net, knowing their next best player ain't playing.
Yeah, but if they don't win today, how can they play in the Emirates Cup championship?
So
how do we raise a banner? They've got to get it done today. It has to happen today. There's no tomorrow.
Well, if they give up 136 points or whatever they did to New Orleans, they ain't going. They can go ahead and take that night off. They ain't going to New Orleans. They're going to Vegas. They're going to have to play a little bit better defense and figure out what to do at halftime so the first 4 minutes of the third quarter don't look like a fire drill.
That would probably be a wise strategy. If they fall, although, listen, man, I don't know what to make of the Lakers. I've seen them look really, really good, and I've seen them look really bad.
They're looking pretty good
They look pretty good right now. This is a good test for the Spurs. Win or lose, and like you said, I kid about the importance of winning the Emirates Cup, but I do think for a young team,
yes, it man. No, I don't think. No, it's obviously not hyper important, and it would be, but I appreciate the playoff environment, even if it's only like 75%.
Yeah,
it's still more than your regular season game. There's still something that matters, and you're still playing a team that is probably right about your depth, as far as
you're
totality.
You're one game behind them in the standings.
This is a measuring stick kind of game, and I hope that they're going to treat it as such, where you wake up in the morning and you act like this game matters. This ain't just something that happens at 7 o'clock tip. You wake up thinking about everything that's going to happen to win. And I like that concept for a young team.
I am annoyed that this game comes on so late. 9 o'clock.
It's going to be a long morning.
No.
Yeah. So Vic's not going to watch the game tonight. I know that.
He'll be asleep before tip.
I know.
Suck it up,
He's not
wussies.
till 9. Are you crazy? But yeah, when they start at 9 o'clock, it's rough. This one's going to be rough. But
worth it.
Hopefully.
Maybe it'll be open. No, you cannot leave at halftime. I don't care what the score is. You better sit through the third quarter or you're not going to know what happened.
I'm not sure if I can do it, Rob. I'm not sure. It's a big night tonight, Wednesday night. Are you going to be here on tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to be here.
Okay. Then maybe I'll stay up because I don't want to stay up late and then show up with no energy. And Vic didn't watch the game.
I know.
And then I'm just sitting here going, well, I didn't watch the game, Vic. You didn't watch the game. We can't have that.
We can't talk about it.
We will cover it in full.
Okay, good.
For the pipples.
Good.
For la gentes.
I do think it matters to the Spurs, though, more than just the Emirates Cup itself. But I think establishing that you are on par with these other top teams in the West is important to them.
I have one other thing about the game that I think is really going to matter.
Okay.
Because it is an Emirates Cup game, I do believe that, and it's a prime video game. This is going to be a national type game.
Yeah.
This could be the first of the Dylan Harper Welcome to the World debuts. I think that I don't know if the entire country has an idea of what Dylan Harper's doing in San Antonio. He hadn't played enough games. He hadn't been in when he has had good ones, it's been coming off the bench. Wemby's had good ones, or De'Aaron Fox is playing well. But De'Aaron Harper right now, just by play and minutes on the court, is the rookie of the year. He's playing better than any other rookie in the country right now.
Just hasn't played as
minutes.
much.
Yeah. But if you just go for minutes on the court and you judge him against Cooper Flagg and there's another kid that's coming out of nowhere that's had a pretty good early part of the preseason or season. But Dylan Harper, minute for minute, is playing as good or better than any rookie in the NBA.
And he's right about that. And he could announce himself tonight with a huge game, cup game, a lot of eyes on it, lots of people watching. Dylan Harper has been when on the court, because remember, he suffered a calf strain earlier this season that kept him out for a good chunk of it after a nice start. He's rounding back into form and looks so good. And he could make a statement tonight in this cup game on national TV with the world watching against the Lakers, shorthanded, no Wemby, and really, really make a name for himself. The same way last night, I've heard about him. I haven't seen a whole lot of him. BYU on national TV last night against Clemson, saw AJ Davasanya, and that's the number one pick. That's the number one. I know there's talk about Boozer and how deep this class is, but after watching him last night, I'm like, yep, I get it. That makes sense. He had that 34 minutes, 28 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds, had that crazy oop that was a top Sports Center highlight. That's insane. And remember, Spurs own the Hawks draft pick this coming year, which is looking more and more like a potential lottery pick. So fingers crossed on that. But it could get so much better for the Spurs because remember, they are short one Victor Wembanyama still. when could he potentially return? Well, earlier today, the Blitz talked with Jeff McDonald of the San Antonio Express News. We'll bring you a portion of that interview, find out what is taking Vic so long to get back after this calf strain and what his prognosis for potential return is, especially with the news that he has started 5-on-5 work all of a sudden, which is usually a good sign. Jeff McDonald of the San Antonio Express News joins next here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Discover the newest place to play at Top Golf New Braunfels, now open at 427 Creekside Way in the New Braunfels Town Center. This no golf knowledge needed experience is for everyone and is all about bringing more play and more fun. Top Golf New Braunfels features new games, new food and drink, a 9-hole mini golf course, and half-off gameplay Monday through Thursday. Take a swing with Top Golf's exclusive golf club, The Sure Thing, designed to make golf less hard for beginners or those whose game just isn't that great. Come play around at Top Golf New Braunfels.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
It's Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's get wild.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pledger here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I am James Pledger. I appreciate y'all rolling along with me tonight as we take you up till 7 o'clock. We've got the Cowboys Hour coming up for you at 7 as Nicole Hutchison and Brad Sham, they get joined this evening by new Cowboys linebacker Logan Wilson, which was always fun. Find out how much more playing time he may be getting. Will he be stealing some reps from Kenneth Murray? We'll find out tonight. Cowboys Hour, 7 o'clock. Brad Sham, Nicole Hutchison, Logan Wilson. That's coming up. And coming up here a little bit later in the show, I've got tickets to go see the Toadies that I'm giving away all week long. So if you want a chance to go check out the Toadies live December 27th at the Aztec Theater, it is presented by Live Nation. Of course, if you don't want them here, you can get them at livenation.com. Stay tuned. I will be giving those away coming up here shortly. But earlier today, as we're talking about the Spurs, the Blitz was joined by Jeff McDonald, and lots of questions surrounding Victor Wembanyama, his calf injury. Now people are starting to speculate, is it the Spurs messing with the service time so he doesn't hit the markers to get all NBA postseason awards like MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, all NBA team awards that would trigger into that rookie max extension that gives you a 30% increase on a normal extension. It's ludicrous to me to think that, but there has been, because of how long he's been out now, as they're 8-3 without him, that is 11 games. Are we getting close to his return? Well, Jeff McDonald was on the Blitz earlier today to talk about, well, all things Wemby calf.
All right, the calf injury, the Twitter conspiracy people, what's your best guess on when we might see Wemby back on the floor?
I mean, the fact that he's now doing 5-on-5 as of today is a pretty solid indicator that he's nearing a comeback. And this is me guessing. This is not me reporting. It's just me just kind of thinking it through, using some logic. But I think after they get, let's say they lose tonight in the Emirates Cup, they're out. They're off till Monday. Then they will have a home game at Monday. Back here in San Antonio, and I think from that point on, any game is probably fair game for him to make a return. Be my guess. I would be surprised to shocked if he's not on the floor at some point in this home coming up. Now, if they win and go to Vegas, that turnaround's a little quicker, so I don't know about that. But once they get back from the Emirates Cup, whenever that is, I think we'll start looking at him being like legitimately day to day.
Jeff, was this typical Spurs being cautious, extra cautious, or is this about the right kind of time frame for an injury like this?
Yeah, it's a little of both, but I don't know how much. I'm sure you guys have, but maybe your listeners have paid attention to what's going on in the NBA these days. And like a calf strain is an automatic 3 to 4 weeks now. Like everybody's just freaked out about it, spooked by it. If you just say my calf hurts, they're going to shut you down. Especially if you're a Victor Wembanyama or someone like that, So it's about normal, and it's the way it's been explained to me by doctors, not necessarily the Spurs doctors, but just people that could talk to me about calf injuries, is a player will feel 100% before he actually is 100%. Like he won't have pain. He'll be able to run. He'll jump. He'll be able to get to practice. But the calf has not rebuilt itself enough to do what it needs to do in an NBA basketball game for 30 minutes. All the running, all the cutting, like the pace they play out today, nobody stands still. The ground they have to cover to both on offense and defense, it's a lot. And so what will happen is the player will say, I feel great, and the doctors want to give him more time so that the calf kind of re-strengthens itself. Because if it doesn't, what happens is you go out there and you do all that running and cutting and jumping, and your calf is ready to handle that. And the calf is the shock absorber system for the Achilles. And so if your calf is not ready to do that, then that force gets kind of transferred onto the Achilles, and you can have problems with that. I've been told that the real risk for Victor right now, not really an Achilles, he's just too young for that. But the real risk would be another strain, which would be infinitely worse and probably 2 months or more. And so that's why they're being very, very cautious about all this. And when you talk about tonight's game, I mean, I think he's very close, even today. But when you talk about tonight's game, I think they're looking at it as, man, if we win, there's 3 days off, and if we lose, there's 4 days off. And you just want to give it that extra time to be sure. Like, you don't want to be the doctor that signs off on, yeah, Victor's good to go, and then something, God forbid, horrible happens tonight, and then everyone's looking at you like, but you had 4 more days to let him rest. What are you doing? So I just think it's an abundance of caution, but it's league wide, man. Like Drew Holiday and John Morant both suffered calf strains about the same time as Victor, like within a day, and they are still out too. Like, it's not just the Spurs being ninnies about it; it's the whole league being ninnies about it, kind of. But for good reason. But for good reason, and a lot of it has to do with the way the game is played. As I mentioned earlier, like these guys are being asked to do a lot more than they ever were asked to do, especially a 7-footer.
Yeah.
7-footers, they had to run around. Like, watch an NBA possession. Nobody's standing still ever. There's never those possessions where, like, back in the day, you'd go down and throw the ball to Hakeem, and then 4 Rockets would just stand around and let them go to work. There's no rest. So you're just moving constantly, cutting and running and covering ground. And so I think, I'm not sure that the research and the medical science has really caught up with what can they do? What is bad? What is good? How much can we push it? How soon can they come back? And so I think when they don't know, they just err on the side of let's be super freaking cautious. Like, if we don't know, let's give it way more time than we even think it needs. And that's not the Spurs doctors. That's every NBA team's medical staff when it comes to calf injuries at this point in time.
Jeff McDonald of the San Antonio Express News here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. I mentioned a couple of days ago, at one point, does Wemby or somebody on Wemby's team push for a return? Because we do know postseason awards are important to Victor. And then there's the financial aspects of it. I saw a bunch of people on Twitter today suggesting maybe the Spurs are holding him out so he doesn't qualify so they could save a couple of dollars. When does the business side of basketball come into play for either the Spurs side or Vic's camp?
I mean, I think you're correct in that, Victor's going to have a seat at the table. He's going to have a voice in this. A lot of it is going to be just how he feels. I mean, if he tells him he feels good, that's a pretty big data point. So he's gonna have his chance to lobby and it'll be a factor for sure. I think the money is really. I mean, we can't subscribe to those conspiracy theories. That's kind of crazy. But the Spurs are fine to pay Victor whatever he earns. But you're right in that it is going to kind of creep into the awards discussion. And like, if this dude goes a third year and can't win Defensive Player of the Year, that just seems like a bust. I mean, not on his part, but just like. That shouldn't happen.
The system.
That shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a system, and I'm kind of been on record where, man, I got that 65 game rule when they instituted it. Like, everybody's heart was in the right place because so many people were load managing and just resting healthy players. But if we're in this era now where every calf strain's a month-long injury, I think we may need to rethink that rule and just let the voters decide how many games enough or not enough. Look at the guy's body of work, and yeah, it's a factor. If one guy played 80 games and another guy played 62. You can ding the 62 game guy if you want, but I don't think he should be eliminated altogether. Like Victor last year, even though he only played 46 games, led the entire league in blocks. Not blocks per game, total blocks, and not by a little, by a lot. he still should have. I mean, I still should have been allowed to vote for him for Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe some other voters don't think he deserves it because he only played 46 games. That's fine, but he should be on the ballot. He led the league in total blocks. So I would just like to see the league maybe revisit that rule. It was well intentioned, but again, we're in this era now where every calf strain is a month-long injury, and everyone's got one. Every team's got a guy with that. Then who's going to be left to vote for?
Yeah, that's a good point, Jeff. I got to ask you this, and I think part of it, at least in my thinking, and you tell me if I'm around the base or not, but I think the way the Spurs have been playing without Wemby gives the Spurs it's a luxury, right? They're playing with house money in a lot of ways. You can afford maybe to keep him out another game or two because, well, this team has been playing great. What are they, 8-3 since he went down? And I don't think I expected that. I'm not sure too many people did, but they've been playing some great basketball.
Oh no, when he went out, and then Steph Castle went out the very next game, and for multiple game injuries, you did think, oh no, like this could be a problem. In the West, it's still early, it's a long season, but the West is going to be tough. The West is going to be tight, and if you get to the end of the regular season and you miss it by a game or two, this is probably a stretch that kills you. But no. They've survived the non-Victor, non-Steph period like with flying colors, and you can quibble. Oh, I should have won they had that game in Minnesota under control and they just gave it up in the fourth quarter. You can quibble with the game here and there, but if you told anybody you're going to miss Victor for the next 11 games, Steph Castle's going to be gone for 10 of those, and you're going to go 8-3. I think you take that with flying colors. Like I don't think anybody expected that, and they've had a lot of guys play well, and now they're getting some guys back, and there's maybe a little bit of some not issues, but just sort of it takes a while to reintegrate guys that have been out. You've been playing one way, and here comes Steph Castle. You got to play a different way, and so it looks a little ragged at times. There's going to be a little bit of that, but yeah, I think you survive this stretch, and now you start to get guys back. You start to feel pretty good about where you are.
I do. I know. I think it was Harper the other day said, man, when we get everybody healthy, we're going to be scary. And he didn't even mention Wemby, and they'll be even scarier. And I don't think many Spurs fans can complain with the product we're seeing on the floor and the job Mitch Johnson is doing, except for what the hell is going on at halftime. Jeff, what is wrong what are they doing at halftime to suck in every third quarter they play?
So my suggestion for the Spurs would be to eliminate the halftime Jello shot. Like I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but yeah, you're right. They are in terms of net rating, they are a top 5 team in the first quarter. They are a top 5 team in the fourth quarter, which is good. You want to start strong, you want to finish strong, but they are near the bottom of the league in the third, and it's. I mean, an issue. I guess you can't be good in every quarter, right? Like if they were top 5 in the league in every quarter, they'd be the Thunder, which they're not. But why is it always the third quarter? I have no idea. It's bizarre, and it's almost like it's a mental block at this point. But the 2 games in Cleveland and New Orleans, the last 2 of them, those third quarters have been brutal. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but I feel like they were outscored like 97 to 40 something between those 2 third quarters, and it's the same group that started the first quarter where the Spurs so good. Like it does not make any sense to me. I guarantee you, Mitch is talking to him at halftime. He's not just screwing off. I guarantee you, like they're making adjustments they need to make. Like I guarantee you, it's not negligence. It's just weird, and it'd be a good thing to figure out.
Jeff, I've got to ask you this question because, and this is no slight to anybody else on the team, but to me, with Wemby out, even when Castle went out, De'Aaron Fox has kind of been the stabilizing factor in this thing. And I tell you what, in earning his money, as far as I'm concerned, do you see it that way? Everybody else is playing well too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, but something about De'Aaron Fox and just the way he's been leading this team.
Oh, he was the guy that carried them offensively through the whole stretch. I mean, just strings of 25-point games, a couple 30-point games in there. Found a three-point stroke there for a while that we didn't really know he had. He was hitting close to 40% in those games without Vic. So, yeah, and also just the veteranness of him as well, just being a guy that's been around the block, knows how to win basketball games. We all know about his quote-unquote clutch gene, one of the former NBA clutch player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Although he just had the ball in his hands a lot more, especially with Steph out. So with Wemby out, he gets more, he needs his scoring. But with Steph out, De'Aaron's also got the ball in his hands a lot more. We did see New Orleans when Steph came back. De'Aaron didn't have the ball in his hands as much. It was a lot of Steph Castle initiating the offense for better or worse. And we all love Steph Castle too. But it's going to be kind of something to figure out going forward now that they have those three guards that all kind of do well with the ball in their hands. Who needs it the most, who needs it in certain spots. I think you got a little Steph Castle heavy the other night in New Orleans, especially because it was his first game back after 9 off. Like, it seemed like that should have run a little bit through Fox a little more in New Orleans. So that's going to be a thing to iron out a little bit going forward now that you have that backcourt healthy.
And I agree with Jeff. It's going to be fine. I think the IQ of Harper, Castle, and Fox allow them to play together as long as there is floor spacing on the floor with them, and the likes of whether it's Harrison Barnes or Kelly Olynyk or having Victor Wembanyama back obviously would help that. But I think that's going to be a dangerous lineup because even though most of them are slashers, they know their spots they're trying to get to on the court. And I think they know each other well enough right now to know where they're trying to get to on the court as well. So I think it will work. And I think it's, especially in small doses, like think about the Warriors death lineup back in the day when they go small ball. They didn't do it for long periods of time, but they run you out of the gym when they did. And that's what it was mainly used for. And I think this lineup can be used in a similar way. Victor Wembanyama, the reports about if the Spurs are doing this to mess with his service time in order to not pay him the rookie max is ridiculous and atrocious. They're going to pay him as long as he's healthy enough to do it. We have seen it enough, whether it is Dame Lillard or whether it is Tyrese Halliburton, or we've seen enough of this throughout the last few years. When players rush back from calf injuries, Achilles injuries, ruptures, tears tend to happen more frequently. And as you heard Jeff McDonald talking about earlier in that interview, and you can catch that full interview at sasportstar.com in our audio vault, the calf, if it's not fully healed, puts a lot more pressure on that Achilles. The Achilles eventually then snaps. And that's the problem with rushing back from that injury. So would you rather rush Victor Wembanyama back in an attempt to get games played, to hit some arbitrary number, to get a rookie extension, or preserve his health for his long-term future? Because we're talking about a very serious injury. Don't talk to me about calf injury is the new load management. That's not it. Calf injuries are very serious and becoming more serious by the day in the NBA. And the more you try and push through a calf injury, the more long-term detrimental and just season-ending injuries you will see, because of how it's tied to more vital tendons, if you will. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger. Your phone calls. Plus, when we come back, I've got a chance for you to go see the Toadies December the 27th at the Aztec Theater, courtesy of Live Nation. Stay tuned. Your chance to win tickets coming up next year on Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right. Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. Little help over here. Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance. What? Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers. Seriously? Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Okay, so your trophy's in the cabinet. Business is great. The growing pains are all in the past, and you're feeling optimistic. Now you're in big trouble. Because truth is, no matter how well you slayed your last quarter, the next one could slay you right back. And without a cohesive strategy and a scalable idea you can rely on, nothing is certain except uncertainty. Which is why for your next rodeo, you need the Next Rodeo. The Next Rodeo is a true creative partner that brings next-level creative thinking and production quality to companies who didn't believe they could afford it. So you can keep your company growing without outgrowing the dream that started it. The Next Rodeo. The difference between the business you have and the business you want is one great scalable idea. Get the full story at thenextrodeo.com.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J. Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J. Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Christmas holiday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Christmas holiday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
I'm AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6. Your early morning wake-up call on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pledger here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I am James Pledger. Appreciate y'all rolling along with me tonight as we get you up to 7 o'clock. Cowboys Hour with Logan Wilson joining Brad Sham, Nicole Hutchison. That's coming your way. But right now, I've got a chance for you to win tickets to go see the Toadies out December 27th out at the Aztec Theater. It is brought to you by Live Nation. You want your chance to go see the Toadies? Well, lucky you. All you got to do is be caller number 6 right now. 210-656-ESPN 656-3776, and you will be on your way to go see the Toadies December 27th out at the Aztec Theater. If you don't win your tickets this week here on Extra Innings with Pledger, you can always get them at livenation.com. Earlier today, a lot going on in college football as well, because the Morning Huddle was talking about, and it is, and I'll just let you hear what he had to say. The Big 12's athletic director, Brett Yormark, just went scorched earth on Notre Dame athletic director Pete Bekovic.
I will say this, and I'm a little outspoken about it. I don't like how Notre Dame's reacted to it. So I think Pete's his behavior has been egregious. It's been egregious going after Jim Phillips when they saved Notre Dame during COVID. We all knew, and it was very transparent. Hunter was very transparent about it, the chair, that as Notre Dame and Miami got closer together, head-to-head would be a factor. Okay? BYU lost. They became closer together, head-to-head made a difference in that decision. So I think he is totally out of bounds in his approach, and if he was in the room, I'd tell him the same thing.
He is crying. That's what he said, basically. It's egregious. He's crying. Don't cry over spilt milk. You lost the head-to-head. You had the same record. You had same common opponents, and you lost in every one of those facets. There is no reason. You should have been ranked ahead of them in the first place. You should not be crying now that they got in, and you definitely shouldn't be crying that the conference lobbied for its own representative over you. Earlier this morning, the Morning Huddle talking about Yormark's comments and what it means for Notre Dame.
Well, by the way, we're going to talk about expansion, the college expansion that they're talking about now. Oh, I don't like it. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Notre Dame, though, boy, they're not getting a lot of love right now. The Big 12 commissioner, Brett Yormark, called out, and remember, Brett Yormark was in charge of the committee this year, and he talked about Pete Bavacca, the Notre Dame AD, had said that his behavior was egregious.
It kind of, well, I wouldn't go egregious. But
He said that he was totally out of bounds in his approach, and if he was in the room, I'd tell him the same thing.
I heard that.
He ain't scared of you, Pete Bavacca.
Notre Dame much like a lot of entities that is on their own in their mind, it's us against the world, has to act like a chihuahua. That when you get close, if there's something that comes at you, you have to react with overwhelming anger and force. And you see that in a lot of entities. Israel, where you feel like you're in it alone, you get looked at, you come back with the hardest punch you got.
Yeah,
there is no middle ground, and Notre Dame has adopted that over the years. That if you poke me, I am slugging at you. There is no, how dare you question us? We're Notre Dame.
How dare you?
And it's that strategy that has made them Notre Dame. That if you even look at them sideways, they react in this overwhelming, how dare you, we are Notre Dame attitude that has kept them on their own network and kept them alone. And Domers, Bavakwa, finally got their comeuppance. That, you know what, there's a price to pay for standing alone when everybody has joined a team.
And I'm mixed up yours. Your mark is the Big 12 commissioner. Hunter Yurachek
is the former Arkansas AD that runs the selection committee. Yeah.
But your mark said, I think his behavior was egregious. It's been egregious going after Jim Phillips when they saved Notre Dame during COVID, which a lot of people don't like. Remember what happened when Notre Dame, they wouldn't have had a football season, and the ACC let them be a part of things. And they said all along that Notre Dame and Miami, if they got close, the head-to-head would have to matter. And remember, your mark said, hey, one of my teams, BYU, got left out despite going 11-2 and losing in their conference championship game. He's like, you're not hearing me, bitch. And that's part of it is
Notre Dame.
Big 12 knows where they stand in the package.
Yeah, and he also has to take a leadership role and not just totally pine for his dudes. So,
but also, I mean, there is something to being aware of where you sit. And Notre Dame, this is the first time they've ever been told
exactly.
no.
They're
not
like
sure how to
this.
handle it.
Well, it is with overwhelming response. I mean, lots of teams have gotten screwed at the end. I mean, you're not the first one this has happened to. People have had their hearts broken before. There's songs written about it, and they will continue to have this happen. This is the first time this has happened to you.
Yeah.
And it's all of your doing. Join a conference, and you'll never have to bitch again.
And Rob's right. Join a conference, and it doesn't matter. You're biting the hand that fed you during COVID. That gave you a chance. Yes, I agree. Guess what? You probably should be in the college football playoff, whether that's over Tulane, whether that's over James Madison, whether that's over Alabama. But apparently, they're putting a lot of weight in making it to a conference title game. And the fact that you made it and you lose, no matter how bad it is, like Alabama got stomped by Georgia, then we're not going to punish you for that. We saw that with Ohio State. They lost to Indiana. They dropped one spot from 1 to 2. That's it. So they're not punishing conference title game losers. What does that mean? There's less spots available to you. What's the best way to secure those spots? Either win against the teams that you should, the ranked teams, which Notre Dame did not this year, lost to Texas A&M, lost to Miami. Went on a great run there but against a bunch of slubs of the ACC, the bottom tier. After that, you don't have the signature win on your schedule. So you better find a way to either schedule and get that signature win, which is going to be harder with the Big 10 and Big 12 and the SEC going to bigger conference schedules to accommodate for all the teams that they've brought in. SEC is going to a 9-game schedule. There's just not as many open dates to schedule good competition anymore. Or win your games. One or the other. You leave yourself a small margin for error if you're Notre Dame, and a conference championship solves all of those things, and you don't get to play for one because you want to be different. That sounds like a you problem. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger here on San Antonio Sports Star, 941 FM, sasportstar.com. I've said as a Texas fan, Texas, I get it. You had all these top 5 ranked teams that you played, all these top 10 ranked teams that you played, you were 3-2 against them, blah, blah, blah. Don't lose to Florida. You don't lose to Florida and you're in the playoffs. This isn't about Ohio State. This isn't about Georgia. This is about Florida. Beat Florida and you would have been in. Instead, you're playing Michigan in the Cheez-It Bowl, where they have a Cheez-It crusted turkey leg that looks delicious. This is Extra Innings with Pleasure. I am James Pleasure here on San Antonio Sports Star. When we come back, we're going to put a bow on the show. Get you ready for the Cowboys Hour coming up with Logan Wilson. And Brian Schottenheimer shared his thoughts about why Logan Wilson should or should not be getting playing time over Kenneth Murray. That's all coming up here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20, the Cowboys take on the Minnesota Vikings at home in Arlington. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. How about you, Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors at GiveMeTheVin.com. Why did they sell us their cars? It's because you're worth more and your car's worth more. I know that, and you know that. That's why I created GiveMeTheVin.com. It's the fastest and easiest way for you to sell your car for more money when it's time to sell. I'm sitting here waiting on the other end of GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And Save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro, offer ends 12/14. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Ulta Beauty's big holiday beauty sale is back with up to 50% off must-have gifts. Shop irresistible deals like the Shark Beauty Flex Style and Benefit Cosmetics travel size mascaras. With new offers weekly, same-day pickup or delivery, and our trusted associates, we make holiday shopping effortless. Head into Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies host the Miami Hurricanes, presented by Just Pots. Pre-game at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. 94.1 FM, San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sharon Moore thing keeps getting wilder and wilder. Sharon Moore apparently, or not apparently, has been fired by Michigan, terminated with cause, inappropriate relationships with a staffer, and now detained by police in Saline, Michigan this evening, turned over to police in Pittsfield Township, investigating into potential charges. This according to Dan Wetzel and Pete Thamel. This has got to go up there with one of the worst days ever, right? Like you get fired from your job and detained by police all in the same 2-3 hour period. That can't be great. I'm looking at Sharon Moore just like, man, this is not a great day. Biff Poggi will be taking over as the head football coach in an interim capacity. He will be coaching the Wolverines when they take on the Texas Longhorns in the Cheez-It Bowl. Sam, he's married with 2 to 3 kids. Yeah, I know. He's married with children. Apparently, this isn't the only act of infidelity that he's been accused of. It was the first one reported, and this is just, it's a bad look. I'm not one for cheating. I'm not one for, and this is beyond cheating the Connor Stallions way. This is cheating in your life. And it's a bad look for Sharon Moore. It's a bad look for Michigan. I understand why they're getting out from under it, his contract and everything having to do with it. And now him being detained by police at the same time. We'll find out more of that probably tomorrow as news continues to come out on it. But Kalen DeBoer, one of the names being mentioned, how crazy would it be if Alabama loses their head coach to Michigan when Alabama is thought to be one of the pristine jobs in college football? Like Sharon Moore, man, you never know what people are going through in life. So call your loved ones, check on them. You never know. Simple, hey, how you doing? Could help change everything. Guys, this has been fun. This has been Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Coming up next, the Cowboys Hour. Nicole Hutchison, Brad Sham, joined by special guest linebacker Logan Wilson. That is coming your way here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1.
The Gomez Law Firm is the firm that San Antonio turns to for personal injury law. We have Jose from the Gomez Law Firm here with us. With over 1,200 five-star Google reviews, the Gomez Law Firm is proud of the winning record and results that are attached to these reviews.
We encourage people to go online and look at our review because we want to make sure that you feel comfortable choosing the right attorney. And we assure you, you go to Google and look up our